I got accepted to every college I applied to. Let's get into it. All right, what's up, you guys? So this is my college reaction video. Well, it's like a college reaction video. I'm gonna kind of like recreate the video just because most of the colleges that I applied to, they sent their the decisions by email. So like it said, you know, congratulations right on email. So like I couldn't even have the joy of like doing the reaction and like opening it like on camera like I want to. But this is a reaction. So let's talk about a little bit just before we get into all the colleges. So I applied to in-state colleges, out-state colleges, public colleges, private colleges, and I'm a transfer student, and I'm a older transfer student, and also my GPA it was okay. I think it's like a 3.7. So you know, I know a lot of you guys may have like 4 O's. So every situation is different. College admission process is kind of different from person to person. They look at different things and they want you to be overall like stellar. But anyways, let's get into it. So the first school was Arizona State University. Now, for me, I live in California, and then this is like, you know, a state away, but I wasn't really banking on going here. This is more like not a safety, but like a safety. Like if nothing else, I would go here. Is something wrong with the school? It's just, you know, it didn't really stick out to me personally, and I didn't think I was gonna get into any of the schools, but I got in this letter, and then congratulations, you have been admitted to Arizona State University for fall, you know. All right, now the second school we got Florida Southern College. Now this was kind of up there, like this was kind of like a safety school if I were to go to a school out of state. I didn't want to go to school out of state, but I just kind of want to really just see like if I was good enough to get accepted like other states, because I've been a transfer student, but I've been a transfer student for like a really long time, and I wasn't sure if I can get into anything. So to have Florida Southern have this really nice acceptance letter, I mean it's really awesome, and I'm very blessed. Like they got this little like, you know, they got this little like degree type thing, like admission letter, but it looks like a degree, but it's an acceptance letter. That's really cool. And then they got the acceptance letter right here. You can see that. Perfect. And I mean, now the next one is we got the University of Southern New Hampshire University. Now this one was a reach, I'm not gonna lie. This one was a super kind of out of the blue reach. I've never been in New Hampshire. I don't know nothing about New Hampshire, and this is one of those schools where if I didn't get anything else, I'd go if everything was right. Like if they got like the right, like, you know, things for me as a transfer student and as an out-of-state student. If they had everything right, I'd probably go there. But this is nice to accept this letter. They sent me an email saying congratulations before they sent that. This is for Southern New Hampshire University. Some of the local schools that I applied to and that I've gotten into. So I applied to these are California State Universities, right? They call it Cal States and UCs, which is University of California. So I applied to Cal State Fullerton. I was accepted to Cal State Fullerton. I got into Cal State LA. I got into Cal State LA. Those were really cool. And I got into Cal State Long Beach. So I got into all 3 of those schools. Those 3 schools were my safety schools. They were, you know, they were something that I was really considering, right? Because, you know, like, because I worked too, so they were close by, and I had like a lot of friends that went there. I know a lot of people who went there, and it's just, you know, it's gonna be easier because the Cal States, like, they understand like people work, and you know, it's a little bit more flexible and understanding of like, you know, we're adults, we work, you know, it's not as like set. Then I applied to the UCs, that's the University of California. So I applied to UC, I only applied to 2 UCs, no, 3 UCs, I'm sorry. First I applied to UC Riverside, and for UC Riverside, I did the tag. It's the transfer admissions guarantee. So I did that, and then like I did that like a long time ago, like whatever the day was, like last year. And then so I got that email that I was accepted in there, that my tag was accepted in to Riverside. So Riverside, out of all the schools in California, that was the one that I was like maybe not wanting to go to, just because, you know, it's just like a little far, and I know a few people who went there, but just nothing about it kind of stuck out to me personally as far as what I wanted in the school. But I definitely would go there if, you know, if my other schools they didn't accept me. So like I said, I'm definitely so grateful to have that. And then my second UC is I got the letter from UC Irvine. Now UC Irvine, I did get put on the wait list for UC Irvine. So yeah, that was my wait list school was UC Irvine. Now UC Irvine was like my first choice. It was my first choice because I didn't think that I was gonna get my first choice. And we're gonna talk about my first choice right now in a second. But I didn't think that I was gonna get my first choice. So I was like, I'm not gonna get my first choice. Like, I'm just gonna go to UC Irvine. But I got wasted at UC Irvine. So I'm like, okay, I'm probably just gonna go to one of like the Cal States or whatever. But then I got an email. Oh, you won't believe this email that I got. Oh, okay. Let me just show you. One second. So let me explain a little bit before I take this school. So I was already getting ready to, like, you know, make my decisions, because like we get accepted to the schools, right? They tell you, hey, you have to send your enrollment deposit at a certain date, right? So for the Cal State schools, it was May 1st that you gotta send in, they gotta pay the deposit, right? So it was around like close to the end of April, like April 26th, April 27th, April 29th. So I'm like, okay, I was waiting for the school to answer, but like the admissions for this certain school didn't come out yet. So I'm freaking out. I'm like, what is going on? So I'm like, okay, maybe I didn't get into that school. So I was like, okay, I'll just, you know, get my secondary school, right? I paid my enrollment fees to Cal Poly Pomona, just because, you know, it's closer to me. It has a lot of good things. I did like a virtual tour of it. I like what they had going on. The same day as I paid that $150 enrollment deposit, it's like it saves your spot. It, like, you know, it saves your spot and everything. After I paid that, a couple hours go by. All of a sudden, I get a notification that says UCLA's decisions are out. And I'm freaking out. I'm like, what? I've been waiting forever for these decisions to come out. I was like, okay. It happened the same day I just paid. I was like, well, you know, maybe I didn't get in. It's been so long. Like, I might as well see. So then when I was logging onto it, like I kept having so much trouble trying to log into it, because you needed your application number. But like, I'm searching through my emails, like, man, I can't get the application number. And then so like, it took me like 30 minutes to finally find the application number. So when I find the application number, when I was typing it on my laptop, it wasn't working. Like, I kept trying to like type it on my laptop, and like I just couldn't get in to log in. And I was like, you know what, man, maybe they denied me anyway because UCLA. So like, I just like slammed my computer down, and I was about to go eat. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try one more time to try to log in to see this UCLA decisions. I'm gonna do it one more time. So I got my phone. I tried it on my phone instead. I put in everything. It's like, you gotta put your last name, date of birth, your application ID, and the city where you're born. I tried it one more time on my phone, and it worked on my phone. Like, I was like, what? Okay, cool. And then it worked, and then as soon as I logged in, I saw the congratulations, you are now UCLA bound. And when I tell you, just like, because listen, all the other college admissions, like, I didn't really like an emotional like response. Like, nothing really changed. Like, I'm, you know, maybe just because I'm older, you know, I didn't really feel nothing. Just, oh, you know, cool. Like, I'm not really an emotional type of person. Like, I'm pretty, you know, pretty evened out. But when I saw that you are UCLA bound, I was like, what? I was shocked. Like, I literally had to get up. Like, I get up and I start pacing my room. I said, no way, ain't no way. And I start pacing. I'm like, man, this was wild. This was incredible. And once I did that, like a couple days later, they actually you know, they sent out the official, all this stuff, you know, like the pamphlet and stuff for the UCLA. Let me see, come on, the Bruins and stuff. Yeah, like, and this was amazing. Like, it was one of those schools, to me, it was a shot in the dark. Because I figured like, you can have your number one school, your safety schools, and then just some schools that are like your emergency schools. But then out of those three, I'm like, okay, let's have your shot in the dark. That way you just throw it out there. If they reject you, they reject you, fine. But I had no idea. So I always kind of hate these reaction videos where they don't tell you like what school they're gonna go to and their stats. Nah, I'm telling you this all right now. I'm definitely gonna go to UCLA. I already just saved my spot where you gotta go online, you gotta accept the offer, you gotta pay the fees, you gotta do all that type of stuff. So I did that. I'm gonna be a Bruin. You know, this was shocking for me, thinking that I'm not gonna get to any schools. Me pretty much getting all the schools. So like I said, just try, man. Have those shot in the dark schools. You know, even if it's like NYU or if it's like Rice University, hell, or if it's the Ivy Leagues, try it. You know, all they can do is say no. If it's no, oh well. You know, that's why you have your safety schools. All right, but yes, that was amazing. Like, I was super emotional. If you guys, let me know you guys at school, if you guys are going to UCLA or, you know, a Cal State or whatever schools you guys going. Oh, my stats. Don't worry. Had a 3.7 GPA. It's definitely kind of low, but even though the GPA is low, I was working full time. I was in theater for like 2 or 3 years, and I did over like 15 theater performances while in the theater club for 2 years. You know, and all, you know, advocating and just, you know, doing different like volunteer work for organizations. And I did like haunted houses with my school. I went to a lot of school events. I traveled with the theater group. Like we performed overseas in Scotland. So a couple years ago. So, you know, it's just the key to these admissions is good grades, powerful story, clubs, and you just being all around good student body. They don't want just good grades. They don't want just one thing. Like, they don't want just a 4.0. They get 4.0s all day. They want to see like your clubs and your background story. Like, have you overcame something? Like, what's your living situation? You know. So I was heavily involved, and I was heavily involved in school while working and while doing clubs and stuff. So all that really played a factor. You know, they're like a student with that has many hats. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Like I said, comment down below what schools you guys are going to and how you felt about it. Peace.